Hello, once again, to the podcast, Crypto Podcast, with me, Coach 23, where we talk about pro wrestling, pop culture, and life in general. So, it's a beautiful Tuesday morning, kind of breezy here in our place in Laguna. But yeah, it's a Tuesday morning, so it means that it's Monday Night Raw. So, welcome back to Raw Opinion. So, yeah, I'm titling my WWE shows now. So Raw Opinion is every Tuesday for Raw. What's next for NXT, and I'm still thinking of a title for SmackDown this Saturday, if ever, or Sunday, whatever, whenever I'm going to produce it. So, yeah, Raw happened a while ago, so it's a it's a good show for me. Um, I don't find Raw weird right now, especially this time and days, because as expected, WWE is on not really a rebound, but they're really on the road to WrestleMania. Meaning to say that they are storyline building. And if people have seen the documentary of Behind the Curtain last year when they made WWE for WrestleMania 40, it was delayed heavily because of there it was supposed to be a 10-minute documentary, then made it to an hour. Triple H or Polivek said that most storylines for WrestleMania or matches or book are already booked or at least booked by October of the year before or the year prior WrestleMania. So some random news. There's reports, internet reports, we can believe it or not, that Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble this past weekend was already established or booked since as early December. So that I'm wearing a headband. That's why my hair is not messy. So as early as December. So it means to say that they already established that Jay is really winning the Royal Rumble. We can argue the fact that he's not a ratings draw, but the crowd loves him. If I'm going to compare his run aside from the slow build of Stone Cold Steve Austin during the 90s or late 90s, similar with Daniel Bryan when he was doing the Yes movement. We're eerily similar because when they're doing the Yes and they're doing the Yeet, it's practically similar in the same. Uh, People are arguing that Jey Uso is not really an exciting wrestler. I beg to differ. He really established himself as a singles wrestler, and you know, and he started that singles run, as I said, during the Thunderdome era, the pandemic era, when he was the right hand man of Roman Reigns before, since Jimmy Uso was had a knee injury at the time, so he was established as a singular singles guy until forming the reforming the Uso tag team with Bloodline. Then after a few years of the Bloodline storyline, he broke from the pack, and now he's on Raw as a singles guy. Of course, the first title he won, ironically, was the tag team title with Cody Rhodes, but it's like a step, you know, a step in the door of being a singles guy. And afterwards, after they lost the tag team titles to the Judgment Day, I believe, um, he became a singles guy, and now he had a few matches, with great singles guys like Gunther and among other with Drew McIntyre, among other names, Damian Priest, and like I said, business-wise, people will argue. Some fans will argue why Jey Uso still. He moves merchandise, yeah. If you're not, like I said, if you go back to the past few episodes of the podcast, Rifter podcast, back when it was still the Po Pop and Wrestling podcast, I said that there are two types of fans. There's the fans who just watch, and there are fans who are consumers. When you say consumers, you consume, you pay. So it's either you buy, memorabilia, toys, T-shirts, whatnot. Like I have title belts or toy title belts. I have, I still have this. So it seems to say that he is a business mindset. He has a business mover. Does Triple H trust him? I believe so. And who knows? We don't know. People are right now are blaming. Oh, why did Triple H book him? Remember, Triple H still works for WWE. He works for. He doesn't work with. Maybe he in terms I work with WWE. I work with Nick Khan, but he works for them. What if Nick Khan saw the or Mark Shapiro of TKO or somebody from the board of TKO said, "Hey, this guy is a T-shirt mover." There was a specific period of time that he was a top seller for T-shirts, more than Cody Rhodes, more than CM Punk, more than Roman Reigns even. T-shirt, but merch. Cody Rhodes as a merch seller is different because when you say you're a merch seller, you sell toys, you sell everything. For there was a period of time of I believe 10 months that Yeet or like 5 or 6 months or so that the Yeet T-shirts are a hot seller. There was even like back then when they blurred the T-shirt itself of Yeet because they were in a pending case with someone of using the word Yeet, and now they got it, they won, and now they're selling it. So as far as in ring, people are saying, ah, he doesn't deserve it. It's not exciting. I like I said, I beg to differ. He is an exciting wrestler to watch, whether it's a tag team or singles guy. Um, Shawn Michaels, for me, is my favorite wrestler of all time. He is not a great technical wrestler, but he is an exciting one. He knows how to sell to the crowd. He knows how to tell story. And same with Jey Uso. He knows how to tell when there's a specific period of time that he needs to be on a struggle or he needs to be, excited. So give give them a chance. This is a road to WrestleMania. And as I said, my best guess is that they will not even main event WrestleMania. He'll be just getting a title shot against Gunther probably because that's the road for him, if you ask me. So give them a chance. I mean, we're still, you know, 74 days to WrestleMania 41. As I said, best guess for me, they will be opening a match. They will be opening a WrestleMania. And a lot of people have done that. A few people who won the Royal Rumble who opened the match, who opened WrestleMania. Sheamus in 2012, Seth Rollins in 2019 against Brock Lesnar. He won the Royal Rumble, but that was the time that Becky Lynch also won the Royal Rumble and Ronda Rousey was there. Come on, guys. If you're saying that Jey Uso is the worst Royal Rumble winner, you haven't seen, I'm sorry to say, Ronda Rousey. She was already an established star. Brock Lesnar was already established star 3 years ago when he won in 38 before WrestleMania 38. Um, Vince McMahon, Alberto Del Rio, who won perhaps back then the 40-man Royal Rumble, eventually losing to Edge in a WrestleMania opener. So give Jey Uso a chance. Uh, yeah, people say complaints are valid. It's opinion based, and yes, my opinion is that some complaints are just for the sake of just making noise, and they can't even back it up. Why the people are complaining? Why Jey Uso doesn't deserve? Like I said, fans before the Royal Rumble, they will say, they're going to give it to. I mean, they are saying that Jey Uso is pushing 40 years old. Sure, and most of those people are saying they wanted Punk to win the Royal Rumble, including me. But CM Punk is 46 years old. Does Punk deserve the main event spot at WrestleMania? Heck yeah, he deserved it 11 years ago, 12 years ago. They didn't give it to him, and like I said, there as far as that, there are two sides of CM Punk: Phil Brooks and CM Punk. Go back to Ariel Helwani interview. He sounded sincere when he said that no, I don't gripe of main eventing WrestleMania. But eventually, with him being him right now, CM Punk, I mean, eventually he will get there. Who knows? That favor from Paul Heyman, a triple threat match between him. I don't see him winning Elimination Chamber, especially if the story is with John Cena. Maybe, but like I said, being unpredictable and WWE has done this quite a few times now, It's like the Roddy Piper, you know, question or statement. If they think they know the answer, I change the questions. So WWE is similar that. What if CM Punk still does that? But I don't think so. But probability for WrestleMania and CM Punk will be CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in a triple threat. Make it a four-way with Drew. If Drew, if they wanted, to, if they WWE wants Drew to be happy, I guess he made a fuss about LA Knight last weekend. But dirt sheets are dirt sheets. They're called dirt sheets for a reason. So who knows, right? So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Not even 2 cents. Just my opinion about Jey Uso and Royal Rumble and the road to WrestleMania. So let's go into the show. So Monday Night Raw open with Jey Uso. Um, I like this comment here on Instagram. Fans really peed off at Jey winning, but the crowd are saying in Cleveland, you deserve it to him. Like I said, internet wrestling community, of course, WWE listens to them, but they are really a minority in terms of their business aspect because the internet wrestling community, most fans there don't even buy merchandise. They're just there as keyboard warriors, and just my opinion. So yeah, and of course he took talk about his journey about being a wrestler and the probability of him facing Gunther at WrestleMania is, like I said, is really there. And yeah, Gunther already, established himself saying that, you lost to him, he lost to him a lot of times, and if he chooses him, expect that loss again. But I don't know. Like I said, it's the unpredictability of WWE right now. But according to Jay, he will be going to SmackDown this Friday to talk to Cody Rhodes, which ironically is supposed to be injured. But I guess if they're just going to talk, then I guess it's fine. Nah. Then Finn Balor returned and kind of chastised the entire Judgment Day or Dominic Mysterio. Finn with JD McDonough being injured and all, him returning from couple of injuries or vacation. But according to them, it's Dominic Mysterio as a favor for from other Adam Pierce for him to be part of the qualifying matches at Elimination Chamber. So I believe in a couple of weeks he'll be facing, as what he said earlier, Seth freaking Rollins. So I don't know about this direction of the Judgment Day with Finn Balor. Do I want a babyface Finn Balor? But there's more to my opinion about that later. Then afterwards, Charlotte came out, also establishing herself as the winner of the Royal Rumble. Fans are booing. Obviously, for this one, people, it's like the hate for Jay overshadowed Charlotte, and I'm not saying that Charlotte didn't deserve the win. In a way, for me, I'm on the fence. Like as I said in the Wrestling Geeks podcast show, is that Charlotte is a great wrestler if you put another great wrestler with her. It's obvious with her match with Rhea Ripley uh, at WrestleMania 39. The match stole the weekend for me. It was really, really that great. And Charlotte embraced a heel persona here. He was cheered when she entered last weekend, or she returned, but then people booed because she won. And now she said she's embracing the hate because it fuels her. And who came out? Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, asking her to pick her. But as Charlotte said in the promo, I'm not. I'm waiting for you to inspire me tomorrow at NXT. I'll be there to see if Julia inspires her, and this coming Friday on SmackDown if Tiffany Stratton inspires her. I don't mind a match with Charlotte and with all those three women. I think the NXT will be a little bit stepped down. She already done that twice, I believe, twice or three times to an NXT champion, women's champion. But really, I'm not going to say no to a rematch between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. If you say, how about Tiffany Stratton? They'll be building it, or they're like internet rumors since last year because they have like same background of being gymnast, athletics, and before. joining being a WWE, becoming a wrestler. I like the trilogy better. I like to end the trilogy of Rhea and Charlotte because they can go. Tiffany Stratton is still young, and she can still wait for Charlotte in the next couple of years. And just in my opinion, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad match, but Rhea Ripley, Charlotte 3 at WrestleMania. Like I said, this is like a same trilogy as like Triple H and Undertaker, Rock and Austin. I'm not saying it's the same blockbuster deal, but what's better to end a trilogy at a WrestleMania when they started at WrestleMania as well? So that's my take. Then backstage promo, Sami Zayn congratulating Jey Uso. Jey Uso, inspiring Sami Zayn for for on his match later against CM Punk to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Then New Day comes out to in a tag team match against two members of LWO, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, I believe. This match, my co-host is sleeping. So this match, as I believe, was established like since a few weeks ago, and New Day came out with a new theme song. People are saying it's a generic rap, but I was watching Raw on Netflix, and there's closed caption there and say "New Day, New Way" by Jim Johnston. Yes, it's the same Jim Johnston who composed The Rock's theme song, Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song, the Generation X theme song. Yes, that same guy. It's not catching up yet because they're on the darker side. The New Day's on the darker side. Sorry, no pun intended. um, I guess eventually it will catch up. But yeah, because the New Day song is not really part of their gimmick right now. So I'm okay with this one. And yeah, it's a great match. Logan Paul came out because next week on Monday Night Raw on Netflix in Nashville, Tennessee, Logan Paul will face Rey Mysterio in a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber in March. I believe New Day won. So yeah, good for them. Then afterwards, or again a WrestleMania tease between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Because Io Sky will have a match against Liv Morgan to qualify for the Elimination Chamber for the women's division. Not the PLE, but they were attacked. Liv Morgan attacked Io Sky. Then Rhea tried to chase Liv Morgan off. Then Raquel Rodriguez attacked Rhea Ripley, and yeah, setting up the match. So the match was Liv versus Io Sky to qualify. Um, Great match between these women. Great TV match. Hard hitting. That knee of Io Sky to Liv Morgan was oof. I think it busted Liv Morgan's mouth there for a while. Um, I don't know the dynamic. But basing on this match and the end product, I don't know what will happen because Liv Morgan won by disqualification. She was Raquel Rodriguez was interfering in on behalf of Liv Morgan, but I guess it fed Rhea Ripley off, um, attack Raquel Rodriguez, then Liv Morgan grabbed Rhea's hair, then she punched her with referee's eyesight there, and she disqualified Io Sky. And afterwards, Rhea Ripley was apologizing to Io Sky, but Io Sky wasn't have not doesn't want any of it. Who knows? Io Sky might still be there if they choose the path of like having a wild card match at the Elimination Chamber for the women's division. So she's still in. Worst things or best things have happened, had happened. So who knows, right? But yeah, Liv Morgan won by disqualification, and she's now in the chamber for a shot at one of the titles at WrestleMania 41. Then Seth Rollins came out. This is actually a great promo because he is like 40% good guy here and 60% bad guy here. But he was honest on it. He said that you know what? He's happy for Jay winning the Royal Rumble. No person who deserve it better. Fans cheered. Then he said, "Okay, now here's a bad thing that you might hate me," and that's it. He eliminated CM Punk, eliminated Roman Reigns. Oh no, CM Punk didn't win, Roman Reigns didn't win, and he didn't win. And but he's happy that guys like Punk, you know, according to him, doesn't deserve the spot. He's a scumbag in his words. Like I said, best heels say the truth in terms of wrestling and even in comic books. Lex Luthor said, Superman is an alien. Yeah. So, um, and then he called out Sami Zayn, hyping him out, and said that Sami Zayn deserves to be in the Elimination Chamber more than CM Punk, and that set up the main event for Monday Night Raw. The qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber between CM Punk, the best but the best in the world, against Sami Zayn, uh, the underdog from the underground. He used to say that. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a great match. Who could believe that before CM Punk, short history lesson, before CM Punk was on his way out of Ring of Honor, that was at almost the same time that guys like Kevin Steen, El Generico, whoever those guys are, were entering Ring of Honor. And I believe there was a period of time that El Generico and Kevin's not probably, I don't know, that they were probably working in the Ring of Honor dojo, who was being run by Ace Steel and CM Punk at the time, I believe. And they haven't really had a match. These two didn't have never had a match except for this one, according to Michael Cole. And I have to redo my research about that. But even in my knowledge, who has been reading a lot of wrestling magazines, collecting wrestling magazines since the mid '90s, I haven't seen a magazine said that CM Punk fought El Generico, whoever that guy is, kayfabe. Um, but this match between Sami Zayn and CM Punk is really a great main event match for this one. Hard hitting, not really hard hitting match, but really great storytelling. The pace was really good. There were like moments even that oof, they're going to give it to Sami. Oof, they're going to give it to Punk. I was even thinking, oh, will Seth cost CM Punk? And it didn't happen. I guess if yeah, writer mindset. Why would I don't think that Seth will do that to Sammy as a friend. So I guess there's a restraint on Seth Rollins' part. But yeah, here we go. Great match, and in the end, there was even that spot of Sami Zayn setting up the Helluva Kick when he did the exploder to CM Punk.